Today's lesson's on system of nonlinear equations. So to find the solution to each equation, we'd like to graph both equations, and you may have to solve for y so that you can put it in your calculator. And then we're going to look for the intersection of the two graphs. To do that, we're going to use second trace, number 5, and then we're going to hit enter 3 times. So let's do it, work out a few problems. So this first problem is y equals x squared plus 1 and y equals x plus 1. So let's go to our calculator. Both equations have y by itself, so we've already solved for y. So let's go to our calculator and let's type in x squared plus 1 in y1 and x plus 1 in y2. And we're going to graph it. And we see that x squared plus 1 is our parabola, or our quadratic, it looks like a U, and x plus 1 is our line, linear function. We notice here that it looks like it crosses 2 times. So I'm going to do second trace, 5, and hit enter 3 times. So I have the ordered pair 0, 1. That's one of my solutions. And now I want to find the other point. So I'm going to go back to second trace, 5, but this time I have to move. This one was here, and I want to find the other intersection point that's up here. So I need to move my blinker. Do you see the cursor here? I need to move it up to the other point. I do that by hitting right arrow and then enter 3 times. Here we see the intersection is 1, 2. So I have 2 solutions. What does the solution mean? 0, 1. These are the only 2 ordered pairs that I can substitute in for x and y and make both equations true. I can get some other ordered pairs to make one of the equations true, but not both. So let's look at another problem. This time we have y equals x squared plus 2x plus 4 and y equals x plus 1. Again, we have another quadratic. That will look like a U. And we have another linear, so we'll have a line. So x squared plus 2x plus 4 and x plus 1 again. So graph it. How many times do these 2 graphs intersect? Well, these 2 graphs never intersect, so we're going to have no solution. So that means there's no order pair that will make both equations true. Let's look at the next one. We have y plus 20x equals 39. Notice that y is not by itself, so I couldn't put that in the calculator. So I need to solve for y by subtracting 20x. And that gives me y equals 39 and 20x are not like terms. So I can't subtract them, so I'm just going to say 39 minus 20x. Notice in the second equation, y is by itself. Yes, it's on the right-hand side, but it's still by itself. So I'm going to put my 2 equations in the calculator. (39 minus 20x). Oops. 39 minus 20x. Got it right that time. And then we have 15 plus 4x squared plus 9x. 15. Let's graph it. I don't see much of this graph. So let's go back. Y equals 39 minus 20x. Highest exponent's 1, so that's linear. And here we have highest exponent of 2, so that's quadratic. So I should see a u and a line. I don't see that u and line, so maybe I need to do zoom fit. And I believe fit's going to be 0. Okay. So we want to do zoom fit. There's our line. And now we have a u. And it's easy to tell now that these two intersect 2 times. I'm going to do second trace, intersection, enter 3 times. So 0.7524 is my first solution. And so I got this solution here. Now I want to get the one all the way up here. So I have to move my cursor to the left. And I have to get it close to that intersection point. But before I do that, I need to do second trace, 5. Keep going left till I get close to that intersection point. And then hit enter 3 times. Intersection is -8 and 199. And we write that as an ordered pair. And I could check. How do I check? I'm going to substitute 8 for x and 199 for y in both equations and see if I get 2 true statements. I could check by putting 0.75 for x and 24 for y and see if I get 2 true statements. You try these 3 problems.